Okay, exercise 8.3, problem 4, discussion. Let's read the problem. A tent is in the shape of a right circular cylinder surmounted by a cone. The total height and the diameter of the base are 13.5 meters and 28 meters. If the height of the cylindrical portion is 3 meters, find the total surface area of the tent. Looks a little complicated. So let's make a small drawing. I'm not able to accommodate this drawing, so I have to put this corner. Okay, so let's go through this. So what they are saying, it is a cylinder, then you have a cone surmounted. So cone sitting on top of the cylinder. Okay, right. So that's what they say. Tent is in the shape of a cylinder surmounted by a cone or on a cone. Okay, surmounted by a cone. Cone is sitting on top of a cylinder. The total height and diameter are 13.5 meters and 2.8 meters. The height of the cylindrical portion is 3 meters. Okay, so this is the cylinder, the cone is sitting on top of it. The height of the cylinder is 3 meters. The total height is 13.5 meters. Okay, and the diameter of the cylinder, which is also the diameter of the cone, that is 28 meters. Okay, one look at it, the total height minus 3 will be the height of the cone. Okay, the total height is height of the cone plus height of the cylinder, but height of the cylinder they have given. So total height minus height of the cone, cylinder will give you the height of the cone. And the diameter of the cylinder and cone are same, on the radius are also same. Okay, you have a broad idea. And what are we asked to calculate? We are asked to calculate the total surface area. So that is the surface area of this cone plus surface area, curved surface area of the cylinder. Okay, so let's write it. So the diameter is given as 28 meters. Height of the cylinder is 3 meters. Total height is given as 3.5 meters. And we need to calculate the total surface area of the tent. So the hint is total surface area of the tent is curved surface area of the cylinder plus curved surface area of the cone. Okay, that is this area, the side area here plus this side area. Both put together is the total surface area of the tent, and that is 2 pi RH plus pi RL. Curved surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi RH, curved surface area of the cone is pi RL. Here I am not taking that pi commonly out because the heights are different. The height of the cylinder and height of the cone are different, so that will cause a lot of problems. So I am keeping it as it is. So we will individually calculate the height of the cylinder, the CSA of the cylinder and the CSA of the cone and add it up. Okay. Okay. Next, let's look at the formula. The curved surface cylinder, CSA of the cylinder is 2 pi RH, CSA of the cone is pi RL. Okay. These are the two formulas which we require to calculate the TSA of the tent. But look at it, R is not known, but R can be easily calculated, that is diameter divided by 2. But on the other side, for the CSA of the cone, L is not known. So we will have to calculate L as well as R. And slant height is given by L equal to R square plus H square. Okay, so this again is not possible to calculate because we don't know height of the cone. Then height of the cone is given by total height minus height of the cylinder. This is the total height. Height of the cylinder is given. So total height minus height of the cylinder will give you the height of the cone. And the radius is the diameter divided by 2. So using these two, we will be able to calculate the radius of the cone as well as the cylinder and height of the cone. So once we know these two, we can calculate slant height of the cone. Once you know the slant height of the cone, you can calculate CSA of the cone. Okay, and this is separate path. Once you know the radius, you can calculate CSA of the cylinder. Okay, CSA is little easier to calculate for cylinder, but for cone, this L is one additional step. Okay, slant height is additionally required. That's why you need to calculate one more step. Another thing is that the height is already given here for the case of cylinder. But whereas for the height of the cone they have not given, and we need to calculate it using this formula. Okay, let me summarize the steps. calculate radius, which is for both the cylinder and the cone, using r equal to d by 2. D is given as 28 meters. And height of the cone, using height of the cone equal to total height minus height of the cylinder. Okay. We don't need to calculate height of the cylinder because it's already given here, 3 meters. Right. Next step. Substitute the value of r and the height of the cone in L equal to r square plus h square and calculate the slant height of the cone. Now we have the radius, slant height of the cone, which means CSA can be calculated. We also have height of the cylinder, and which means curved surface area of the cylinder also can be calculated. Step 3. Substitute the values of radius and height of the cylinder in CSA of the cylinder equal to 2 pi RH. Okay, sorry, this must be also green because we already know this. Okay, and calculate CSA of the cylinder. Substitute the value of radius and the slant height, which we calculated in step 2, and use it in this formula. CSA of the cone is pi RL, and calculate CSA of the cone. Okay. Now we have CSA of the cylinder, CSA of the cone. So TSA of the tent is CSA of the cylinder plus CSA of the cone. Okay. So let me repeat. First, calculate radius, then calculate height of the cone. Once you know height of the cone and the radius, calculate slant height. Once you know slant height, you can calculate CSA of the cone. And radius and height is already known for cylinder. You can calculate CSA of the cylinder. So once these two are known, add them up, you'll get the TSA of the tent. Okay, now pause the video here and try to work this problem on your own. Then come back and compare your working with our solution. Okay, so the solution here is the diameter is 28 meters, height of the cylinder is 3 meters, total height is 13.5 meters. It's all given here. The total height is 13.5, height of the cylinder is 3, the diameter of both cylinder and the cone is 28 meters. So let's take the TSA of the tent is curved surface area of the cylinder plus curved surface area of the cone. Curved surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi RH, curved surface area of the cone is pi RL. Okay, so let's take the case of cylinder. Cylinder D equal to 2R, that's equal to 28 meters. That's the diameter is given as 28 meters, which means radius is half of this, that is 14 meters, and H is 3 meters, given already in the problem. Okay, so CSA of the cylinder is 2 pi RH, that is 2 into 22 by 7 into 14, which is the radius, into height, which is 3 meters. 7 will go 2 times. So it will become 44, 88. 88 into 3 is 264 meters square. Okay. Now CSA of the cylinder is done. Now we'll have to calculate for cone. For the cone, we'll have to calculate the slant height. Correct. So for that, we have to calculate the height of the cone. So let H cone be the height of the cone. So R is 14 meters. Which is same as the cylinder because the cone is sitting right on top of the cylinder. So both of them have the same diameter. Height of the cone is total height minus height of the cylinder. Okay, so that is 13.5 minus 3, that is 10.5 meters. Slant height of the cone is root of r square plus h square. So r is 14 and h is 10.5. So 14 square plus 10.5 square. That on simplification, you'll get 17.5 meters. CSA of the cone is pi RL. R we know, L we have calculated. So it is 22 by 7. R is 14 meters and L is we calculated here 17.5. This on simplification gives you 770 meters square. Now TSA of the tent is CSA of the cylinder plus CSA of the cone. So that is 264 plus 770. That's equal to 1034 meters square. Okay, so you got it. It's little long, but it's not very difficult. You should be able to manage it. Okay, I've listed the CSA of the cylinder as 264 because it is in the previous slide. So that's why I've written it out here. You don't have to write it when you're doing the working because in the notebook, you'll be able to see the previous calculation. Okay. That's fine. So check your working against our solution. If there is anything not right, please correct it. And if you have not understood the concept, please go back to the discussion part of the video and try to understand it clearly. Unless the concepts are clear, you will not be able to do the problem. Okay, thanks for watching.